Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 3 of unit number 5 partial differential equation. Now in this lecture we'll continue with the formation of partial differential equation by eliminating arbitrary constant. In previous video also I have discussed about the formation of PDE by eliminating arbitrary constant, but there I have considered just one case of forming a partial differential equation whenever your solution is given in the form of two arbitrary constants and two independent variables, means f of x comma y comma z comma a comma b equal to 0. That function I have taken. Now there are few more cases of formation of PDE whenever the general solution of that PDE is given to you, that I am going to discuss here in this video. Okay, so let us discuss the case 1. If number of arbitrary constants is less than number of independent variables, then the elimination of arbitrary constants gives rise to more than one partial differential equation of order 1. Okay, means if you have the number of independent variables more than number of arbitrary constant, in that case you will get a differential equation of order 1, more than one differential equation of order 1. Okay, means the same equation may give two different equations. So for example, I have taken one example, z equal to ax plus y. It is ax plus y. This is the function I have considered. Here the arbitrary constant is 1 a, and independent variables are two independent variables x and y. So number of independent variables is more than arbitrary constants. So if you differentiate this with respect to, so that also we have discussed in previous video, whenever you want to form a differential equation, we differentiate the given relation with respect to x and with respect to y. So if you differentiate with respect to y, you will get this differential equation del z by del y equal to 1. This differential equation is also free of arbitrary constant. Okay, again if you differentiate with respect to x, after that eliminating the constant a, the derivative of this with respect to x will be a, right? Means the value of a will get as a del z by del x, and if you substitute this value of a here, we'll get the differential equation z equal to x into del z by del x plus y. It means we have obtained two first order partial differential equation for the same solution. Okay, so if you obtain any one, that will be considered as a partial differential equation of for that particular case. So in means the case 1 tells us whenever we have the number of arbitrary constant less than number of independent variables, in that case we'll get the partial differential equation of order 1, uh, means more than one partial differential equation of order 1 we may get, right? Now case number 2. Case number 2 is the same case that we have discussed in previous video. If number of arbitrary constant, that this line is, I have taken the same words here. Okay, in between part you try to understand. If number of arbitrary constants is equal to the number of arbitrary, if number of arbitrary constant equal to the number of independent variables. Okay, means if your number of independent variable is 2, f of x, we have considered one relation that day in previous video, f of x comma y comma z a comma b equal to 0, right? Here the number of independent variable is 2, that is x and y, and the number of arbitrary constant is also 2. So whenever this number equal, in that case that relation shall give rise to a unique partial differential equation of order 1. So in this case we will get only one partial differential equation, and that is of order 1. And there are some cases where we may get the second order partial differential equation also, whenever the number of arbitrary constants are equal to the number of independent variables. That is why this word is there, shall give rise to. Okay, means it may, in some cases it may give second order PDE also. That one example of that time also we are going to consider. Means even though the number of arbitrary constant equal to the number of independent variable, okay, in that case also you may get partial differential equation of order 2. Means it is not that, but in most of the cases it gives us a unique partial differential equation. Unique partial differential equation means we'll get only one. In previous case we have obtained two different, right? Here we'll get only one PDE whenever two arbitrary constants are there and two independent variables are there, but order may vary. So, okay, here most of the problems gives us the order 1 partial differential equation, because we differentiate in this case one time with respect to x, one time with respect to y, right? And that differentiation only gives us directly the differential equation. In that case there is no need of differentiating further, but whenever there are some cases where we need to differentiate there twice. Okay, and whenever we are differentiating one more time, at that time the order of the differential equation will get changed to 2. One example of that type I have taken here. We have discussed some example in previous video also. Z equal to x plus a into y plus b. Here the number of arbitrary constant equal to number of independent variable. So we have obtained the differential equation pq into z, where p is this del z by del x and q is del z by del y, and that is equal to z. So it is a first order partial differential equation, and it is the unique one. Okay, you will not obtain any different partial differential equation for this case. So the meaning of this case is that we'll get the only one partial differential equation of order 1, but in some problems it may be order 2 also. Okay, that problem also I am going to take. Now the case 3, this is the different case. In this case, if the number of arbitrary constant is greater than the number of independent variables, in this case will lead to a partial differential equation usually greater than order 1. Okay, means we'll get the partial differential equation of order more than 1 whenever the number of arbitrary constant is more than number of independent variables. Now in most of the problems we are going to have only 2 independent variables, and if the number of arbitrary constants is 3, which is more than the number of independent variables. Okay, here we have 3 arbitrary constant a, b, c, and the number of independent variable 2. So arbitrary constants are more than independent variable. In this case will lead to a means we'll get a partial differential equation of order greater than 1, means it may be of order 2 or it may be of order 3. Higher order partial differential equation will get. Okay, in this case. So for this case, 3 different partial differential equation you will get for this. This is one, del 2 z by del x square equal to 0. This is another one, and this is the another one. There are 3 differential equation we can obtain for this problem. Okay, so this is how in the second case we'll get the unique partial differential equation. In case 1 and case 2 we may get more than one partial differential equations there. Okay, in problem, and order also changes. So there are total 3 cases for formation of partial differential equation. This is just theory part I have discussed. The process is same. You keep on differentiating. Whenever the relation will be in front of you, you first differentiate with respect to x, then differentiate with respect to y. If by eliminating arbitrary constant you will be able to determine the partial differential equation, then that will be your required partial differential equation. And if you are not able to find the partial differential equation after differentiating one time, then you need to differentiate one more time. Okay, but these are the cases that I have discussed, but it is like just some situations that you may have in front of you. Okay, in problems, accordingly you need to make sense. These cases will give you some idea how to deal with the problems there. Okay, now let us move towards more examples. Here I have listed some problems. Some of them I will do, some I will leave for you. Okay, form the partial differential equation by eliminating arbitrary constant. If you see the first problem, 2 arbitrary constants we have, c1, c2. In the second problem we have 3 arbitrary constants a, b, c. In the next problem again we have 3 arbitrary constants a, b, c. Here 2 arbitrary constants. Here we have x minus h square plus y minus k square plus z square equal to lambda square. You may think that h, k, lambda are arbitrary constants, but here the condition is given h and k are the arbitrary constants. Only 2 arbitrary constants are there. Lambda can be considered as a constant. Then the last problem, z equal to a e raised to pt into sin px. X and t are independent variables, a and p are the constants. So it is mentioned that a and p are the constants. So 2 arbitrary constants we are having for this problem. Now let us see what happens in the calculation. So first problem is very easy to do, that you try. We have one previous video also of this type of problem we have done there. Okay, now let us solve the problem number 2, where we have 3 arbitrary constants. Now see the solution. So we have considered the given equation x square by h square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square equal to 1. Differentiate 1 partially with respect to x. So generally we start by differentiating with respect to x or y. So I have differentiated with respect to y. So the derivative of this equation with respect to x will be first term's derivative 2x by a square. This term don't contain any x, so derivative is 0. And z is the dependent variable, so its derivative will be 2z. Z square's derivative 2z into derivative of z, that is del z by del x, divided by c square as it is, equal to 1. Now I have taken this term on the right hand side, I have got this. Then after cross multiplying, I have taken constants on one side, minus a square by a square, and after cancelling out 2, we'll get z by x del z by del x. Now, as there are three constants, so one more time we'll differentiate this with respect to x. Okay, so differentiate 1 with respect to x again, so the left hand side derivative will be 0. Whenever there are more than means the if the arbitrary constants are more than independent variable, we get higher order differential equation, means more than one, therefore we have to differentiate one more time. So if we differentiate one more time with respect to x, left hand side derivative will be 0, right hand side derivative, here we'll apply u into v rule. So this is one function, this is one function, both contains x, so u into v rule. Again, for differentiating first, in the numerator we are having z, which is a dependent variable, and x is in the denominator. Okay, and we are differentiating with respect to x, so both terms contains x, hence u by v rule for its differentiation. By u by v rule, the derivative of this will be this, and this function as it is at that time, plus z by x as it is into derivative of this will be del 2 z by del x square. So this derivative I obtained by u into v rule on the right hand side. Now after this, after simplifying, after dividing by this x square to these two terms, and after multiplying by del z by del x inside, we'll get these terms, 1 by x square del z by del x square, first term, after multiplying by this inside it will become square, minus z by x square into del z by del x plus this term as it is, and that 0 I have written on this side. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to again simplify it further. We can multiply this throughout by x square. So after multiplying throughout by x square, by taking suitable terms common, the simplified form of the solution will be x into del z by del x minus del z by minus z into del z by del x. So what I have done, from the first two terms, I have taken common del z by del x. I have multiplied throughout by x square. So after multiplying by x square, here we'll get x in multiplication, and this x square will get cancelled from the z, and del z by del x also at the same time I have taken common, plus here after multiplying by x square, x will come in the numerator, it will become zx del 2 z by del x square equal to 0. So this is just suitable form to write that differential equation. Now if you see this equation is free of arbitrary constants, and it is of order 2. So this is your required partial differential equation. So we have eliminated all the three arbitrary constants from that equation. So in this problem we have not differentiated with respect to y at all. Okay, by simply differentiating with respect to x twice, we get our partial differential equation. So calculations vary problem to problem depending upon the arbitrary constants. Your target has to be just get the partial differential equation which is free of arbitrary constants. Another problem, z equal to ax plus by. Now if you differentiate z, here also we are having more than the number of arbitrary constants more than independent variables. So if you differentiate this with respect to x twice, you will get del 2 zx by del x square equal to 0. This will be also, this can be considered as a partial differential equation. If you differentiate with respect to y twice, you will get another equation. This will be also partial differential equation. Okay, even if you solve up to this step, that this solution also work. Now if you want to obtain another partial differential equation of order 2, what you can do, instead of differentiating this with respect to x twice, you can differentiate this with respect to y. Okay, so we'll get a mixed partial derivative, and the derivative of this with respect to y will be c, the derivative of this with respect to x will be c. Okay, means we have got the value of del 2 z by del x del y as constants c. Now what I am going to do, I am going to multiply this by x, this by y, and add them. If you multiply them by x and y, and if you add, you will get on the right hand side ax plus by plus cxy plus cxy. Now ax plus bxy plus cxy, by given equation the value is z. Okay, so this value can be replaced by z plus c into xy, and this c value we have obtained here, del 2 z by del x del y. So if you substitute that value of c, you will get another partial differential equation which is also of order 2. So all the three partial differential equations that we have obtained are the partial differential equation of order 2. So any three, out of any three, means either you can write this as solution, this as solution, or this as solution. We have obtained more than one because of the number of arbitrary constant is more than the number of independent variable. Okay, now so two problems solutions I have discussed so far. Now this you can do at home at your own. This is also you can do. This is like the previous video problems. Two arbitrary constant, differentiate one with respect to x, with respect to y, and try to get the solution. The last one I am going to take for you, the sixth one. Here I am having two arbitrary constants. Still we get the second order partial differential equation. Let us see how. I have solved that problem for you. If you differentiate this with respect to x, at that time these first two terms will be constant because it don't contain any x. Okay, so the rate of sin px with respect to x will be cos px into p. So therefore it is ap e raised to pt cos px. Now differentiate with because there are two arbitrary constants, we'll differentiate with respect to other variable. We have differentiated with respect to x, now differentiate with respect to t. Instead of y we are having t here. So del z by del t will be ap e raised to pt sin px, right? Now if you see these two first order equation, we cannot eliminate a and p from these two equations. By any calculation you cannot eliminate a and p, two arbitrary constant, by using these two. Hence we need to, whenever such a situation is in front of you that you are not able to eliminate both the constants, in that case differentiate them one more time. So I have differentiated this equation with respect to x one more time. So I got minus ap square e raised to pt sin px. The rate of cos has become minus sin. Now again I have differentiated the second equation with respect to t one more time. So I got ap square e raised to pt sin px. Now if you see the right hand side, they are same but opposite sign. So if you do the addition of these two equations, we'll get the right hand side equal to 0 and we'll get a differential equation free of arbitrary constant, which is the second order partial differential equation, del 2 zx by del 2 z by del x square plus del 2 z by del t square equal to 0. So for this example, even though it is having two arbitrary constant, we got the second order partial differential equation. But this is the only partial unique equation you will get. Whenever the number of arbitrary constant equal to number of independent variables, you will get the unique partial differential equation in that case. Okay, it may be of order 2 also in some cases. Okay, hope you have understood this session. If you have any kind of doubt, actually there are so many things we have discussed in this video. Okay, if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask in comment box, okay, or personally on my WhatsApp number. So you need to, in whenever we are having arbitrary constant involved in the solution, and if you want to form a partial differential equation, the differentiation process we carry out and we try to eliminate arbitrary constant given in the problem. So this is what the actual idea behind formation of partial differential equation. Now in the coming lecture we are going to see the another method of formation of partial differential equation by elimination of arbitrary functions. So hope you understood this discussion. Thank you.